Alright, music nerds and tragedy tourists. Today, we're talking about the musicians who died and somehow the world just shrugged. No headlines, no tribute albums, just silence. That's messed up, because these people changed music, and then got ghosted harder than your ex after tax season. Before grunge became a $1 million angst machine, there was Mia Zapata, lead singer of The Gits, a raw, ferocious punk band out of Seattle. In 1993, Mia was brutally murdered walking home. Her death sent shockwaves through the underground scene, but got barely a whisper in mainstream media. Meanwhile, Kurt Cobain sneezes in his front-page news. Mia was every bit as talented, she just didn't have a record exec polishing her boots. Her case went unsolved for a decade, until DNA evidence finally nailed the killer in 2003. The Gits Friends formed Home Alive, a self-defense and anti-violence organization that still exists today. Mia's legacy? She made the Seattle scene mean something again. You know Ozzy Osbourne, right? The bat-eating, mumbling metal icon? Well, his early solo career wouldn't have existed without Randy Rhoads, a classical train shredder who basically reinvented metal guitar in the early 80s. Then in 1982, Randy died in a plane crash during a prank flight gone wrong. The pilot tried to buzz Ozzy's tour bus, clipped it, and boom, gone. Randy was only 25. He played on 2 albums, Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman, both considered masterpieces. And yet, when he died, the media barely blinked. No tribute tours, no massive memorials, just a few lines in a magazine. The dude basically invented neoclassical metal and got less press than Ozzy's next hangover. You've heard Without You, right? That gut-wrenching ballad sung by Harry Nilsson and later by Mariah Carey? Did you know it was written by Pete Ham of Badfinger? Badfinger were supposed to be the next Beatles, got royally screwed by their management. They made hits, got no money, and watched their dreams burn. In 1975, broke and betrayed, Pete Ham took his own life at 27, leaving a note that said Stan Pauly is a soulless bastard. That was his manager, by the way. He wrote one of the most covered songs in history and died penniless. That's not rock and roll, that's just tragedy with a guitar solo. Christy McCall was one of Britain's sharpest songwriters. She wrote They Don't Know, sang on the Pogues' Fairy Tale of New York, and had a voice that could melt sarcasm into gold. In 2000, she was killed in a boating accident in Mexico, hit by a speedboat while saving her son. The boat belonged to a wealthy Mexican businessman, and surprise, surprise, the case got buried faster than a bad demo tape. The driver took the fall, but witnesses said the businessman himself was at the wheel. Kirsty's family fought for justice for years, but the system basically said, nah, we're good. She was a lyrical genius, a hero mom, and the industry barely blinked. If that doesn't piss you off, check your pulse. You know the song All Right Now by Free? That iconic riff? Yeah, that's Paul Kossoff, one of the most soulful guitarists to ever plug in an amp. But fame hit hard, and drugs hit harder. By 1976, Kossoff was dead from a pulmonary embolism on a flight, just 25 years old. He inspired everyone from Slash to Joe Bonamassa, but when he died, the world had already moved on to disco. Imagine playing like a god and dying while the Bee Gees are topping the charts. That's cosmic injustice right there. Everyone worships Alex Chilton from Big Star, but Chris Bell? He co-wrote half their first album, #1 record, and basically invented the sound that would inspire R.E.M. and the Replacements. After leaving the band, he struggled with depression, religion, and addiction, then died in a car crash in 1978 at just 27. When he died, nobody cared. His solo album, I Am the Cosmos, wasn't even released until years later. Now, critics call it a masterpiece. So yeah, the guy who helped invent indie rock didn't even get an obituary. Rock history can be cruel. Yes, Warrant wrote Cherry Pie, but Janie Lane hated that song. He wanted to be known for deep, emotional tracks like Heaven and Uncle Tom's Cabin. Instead, he got labeled a glam metal clown. After years of fighting addiction and depression, Janie was found dead in a hotel room in 2011. He left behind a note that said, I'm sorry. That's it. No fanfare, no tributes, just silence. The dude could write hooks better than half the Billboard chart, and the world just moved on. Brutal. These musicians didn't just die, they were erased. Overshadowed by bigger names, bad timing, or just plain apathy. So next time you blast your favorite song, remember, behind every legend are a dozen forgotten geniuses who never got their encore. And if you take anything from this video, it's this. Don't wait for the world to tell you someone mattered. Listen now, and crank it up to 11 for the ones who never got their spotlight. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe for more content just like this. Catch you guys in the next one.